So lots to talk about in the world of tennis. The Aussies bowing out. So much optimism early on in Madrid for them, but the quarterfinals going down to Canada. No Nick Kyrgios waking up with a collarbone injury and unable to play in that matchup against the Canadians. Our own Todd Woodbridge joins us here on Sports Sunday. Todd, appreciate your time as always on Sports Sunday. Before we get to all the nuts and bolts of how it all unfolded, the Nick Kyrgios situation, was this a pre-existing injury, and what have you read into it?
Good morning, Brace. Morning, everybody. Hard to know what to read into it. I believe it was pre-existing because the last time he played at Laver Cup, the same thing happened. He played a couple of good matches, was due to play Rafael Nadal on the final day, and then didn't turn up, didn't play, sat on the bench. Same thing has happened again here in Madrid. Played two very good matches in the group stage, but then when we really needed him, he wasn't there. We didn't know what was going on when they were actually playing that match. There was a lot of conjecture. Was he injured? Was he sore? Was it a tactical ploy by Leighton? In the end, it hurt us because without him, we weren't able to get through. Canada are through to the final, and you've got to think if Nick was fit, we would probably be in that space as well. So the question that has to be asked is that he's been away from the game for nearly a month, yet there's still injury problems, and that's becoming a major issue. Every tournament, there is a niggle or something that seems to be stopping him. So how can he go deep in majors if his body's not there to cope? So we hope that he goes away and does all the groundwork that you need to do, all the gym work, all the running and everything, but it doesn't seem like that's happening.
So Todd, what's your report card on the Australian performance? We won the round robin ones when we had Nick Kyrgios there, then we get knocked out by Canada. What sort of a mark do you give us for this Davis Cup campaign?
Look, I think about a 7 out of 10. I thought Alex de Minaur was absolutely brilliant. He won all 3 of his matches. He beat Denis Shapovalov, who's been playing fantastically well over the last couple of months. With Nick won his 2 matches, so you got to say, well, that's pretty good. But in the end, you know, where we used to be brilliant was in the doubles, and it's cost us the win there. We just weren't strong enough in the doubles to get through. And I guess the same thing happened in the Fed Cup final too. That was the pivotal thing. So where Aussies have always used that point as a guaranteed point, now it's becoming a 50-50. So perhaps we need to focus a bit more on that, because that's been the turnaround of this new Davis Cup concept. It's all come down to the doubles so much. So we're seeing that right now against Great Britain and Spain. So I don't know. Wish it was like that in my day.
Todd, just a quick one on Alex de Minaur. You just mentioned him. In career best form, do you think? And what do you reckon his chances are heading into the Australian Open? Good timing, the way he's playing at the moment?
Absolutely. I mean, he can go deep. I still think he's got to work on some more weapons to go all the way in a major. That's what Nick Kyrgios has that de Minaur doesn't, the big serve and maybe the bigger forehand. But the tenacity, the court movement, the agility from de Minaur is absolutely brilliant, and he's had it out on show this back half of the year as a career-high ranking to finish the year of number 18. So, I mean, we've got the positives and we've got work to do in the same sentence.
Todd, what do you make of the new Davis Cup format?
Well, yeah, she throws the grenade in, doesn't she? She's good at that, Liz. Look, the tennis itself has been brilliant. The organisation has been abysmal, from everything from IT issues to playing matches at finishing at 4 in the morning. They're still out on court now well after midnight in Madrid. And then today the ITF go, well, we're going to put in some more wildcards. They've given wildcards this week for 12 months' time. And you've got to ask the question, Chris Clary from the New York Times has actually asked the question, how can you do that? It looks like they're guaranteeing the world number 1, Novak Djokovic, a spot for next year. So they say, mate, you know, we want you back, so we're going to guarantee you can be there. You don't have to play the qualifying match earlier in the year. And then France have also been put in. You've got to ask the question, the Vice President of the ITF is also French, and I'm sure he's had a big influence in that discussion. So they've got so many things to fix if it's going to be a success next year. And the biggest issue was crowds. We played our matches. We played our first match with about 400 people watching, and that's a great disappointment.
Liz had the grenades. Todd's got the rocket launcher. Yeah. Great stuff, Todd. Good to catch up. We'll see you right here next week.
Good on you.
Fantastic. Todd Woodbridge joining us here on Sports Sunday.